What is up, you guys? This is Colton from Epics and Impulse. I have a brand new deck that I did not make, but I am absolutely in love with this deck. It's very similar to my old Sparky deck I've been using the last little while, but it changes quite a few things. It has Fireball, so it has more direct damage, and it's really spammy with Goblin Gang, Spear Goblins, and Bats, and Ice Spirit. It's a lot of chaos for people to handle. And I wanted to show you guys just how much success I've been having with this deck. I haven't battled in a while because I really wanted to share these replays with you. I had a battle today, one of my favorite battles I've ever done against Narayan from Star Alliance, who is one of the top players in the world. If I click on his profile, he finished 9th last season in the whole world. So that really shows how good this deck is. So if you're looking for a Sparky deck, I really don't think there's any better one than this. I got it off Clash with Ash. He had a guest on, but the guest has low level cards, so he hasn't really pushed on ladder with this deck. So I'm going to try this season to see just how high I can get. I still am learning the deck, but it is quite similar to my playstyle, so it's going pretty good. As you can see, for me being able to beat number 9 in the world, I'm so excited about this replay. So I'll just kind of show. I didn't know him specifically, but I knew Star Alliance is a good clan, and I know I was up against a really good player. Before, I didn't really have any answer for Pump. Now that I have Fireball, I decided to Fireball the Pump, get that out of the way, so he doesn't build up a big elixir lead on me. So he places his golem at the back there, and I know I need to cycle to my Sparky to really take this out. So I'm a little behind on elixir, just because I had to cycle those cards, but that's okay. The Sparky does so much damage, I'm not that worried. And the nice thing too is the Spear Goblins are very good at distracting a lot of these cards. And I'm able to fireball that, slow everything down, and pretty much stop the push without taking too much damage. And I'm actually in the lead here a little bit. So I'm not going to complain about that one bit. Decide to throw my giant in front kind of awkwardly. But it works out, and I got my Spear Gobs to take out the baby dragon. So my giant's going to pound away at that tower and do some serious damage. He decides to tornado, which is probably a good play. Activates the tower. I'm definitely in the lead here, which I'm really happy about. But he's a very smart player. So I decided just to do a Goblin Gang, and I know he's going to be busy a while, so I used my bats to finish that off. He could have zapped it, but he knows I have a very zap bait deck. So I do my Ice Spirit, and I do a Golem here. He decides to pump up. I do my Spear Goblins just because they're cheap, and I believe I can still afford a Fireball. But now I'm definitely in defense mode. I managed to take that out. Unfortunately for me, the baby dragon turns around, which I can Ice Spirit. But right there, I decide this is gonna be trouble. So I have to stop the prince, and he tornadoes. Right then and there, I know I need to do a push on the other side because he's gonna take this tower out if he continues to push. So he places a Mega Minion, but he's out of elixir here. I'm able to spam Ice Spirit and other spammy cards here to take out the tower. And there's not much he can do, and he doesn't have enough of elixir lead to 3-crown me in time. So happy I'm able to get the win there against number 9 in the world. So that's obviously my best battle, but I have a lot of battles. I haven't lost with this deck on ladder. So let's go to this one. I'll show a few replays. I'm going to have to speed it up a little bit just because I have a lot of replays I want to show. I'm going to go 2 times. I'm probably going to have a hard time explaining what my thought process is. I was just going to start off with an Ice Spirit there. I could have fireballed, but I opted just to do bats. So I decided to do a silly fireball, to be honest. Wasn't the best push, but because I got spear goblin damage, I thought it was a good idea to zap the Inferno, but it wasn't. It was a bad move. Again, I'm still learning this deck. I decide at this point with his deck he probably doesn't have Rocket, so I decided to do a Sparky at the back, try to build up a decent push here. But that push itself is dead as well, but it did do a little bit of damage. I knew he had Zap and Rotation, but the nice thing is the Goblin Gang is not zappable as long as it's the same level as the Zap. Decided to build up Elixir here as much as I could. I don't ignore the Hog, but I'm not committing a lot of Elixir to it. And the Bats and Spear Goblins do a good job to take that out. So I'm happy with that win too. I'm very excited to see how high I'm going to be able to push with this deck. I haven't really pushed yet this season, but I haven't lost with this deck, so I'm pretty happy with it. Here I was up against an Expo. I'm playing an Expo on my mini account. I'm trying to level it up, but it's a little under leveled right now. Spear Goblins are good for chip damage. So he's playing very defensively to start. He's waiting to see what I got. I could figure out pretty early he had an Expo deck, so I wanted to save my Giant. So it's kind of just waiting for a misplay. Almost got a shot off on the right side there. I got to make sure I'm always able to cycle 2 Giant in time. So he played defensively there, but he played it 1 tile to the right. So I know here that I have to take advantage. Unfortunately for me, it locked onto my Sparky. That was bad timing on my part. But I decided to do Spear Goblins, and I also zapped it. So it would retarget on my Giant. And my Spear Goblins, along with a Sparky shot, am able to take that out. And he pretty much wastes that there too. So I'm able to take out the tower there. Now I really have to play defensively the rest of the match and just make sure to always have Giant in hand when I need it. So try to stay high on Elixir. It's a little cocky with the Giant or with the Sparky there, but I know he had spent a lot of Elixir already on that side, so me doing the same Elixir as Sparky won't necessarily be too much, if that makes sense. Able to take that out. Before I figured out this deck, I actually was using a Graveyard Freeze deck, and I'll show you one replay from that I was using, but I didn't really get as comfortable with that deck as I wanted to. So here's a Giant Night Witch deck. I like Spear Goblins for chip damage. They do like 400 damage. It's really not bad for 2 Elixir cost. If they don't do anything to it. And they're usually kind of scared too, because they know Spear Goblins a lot of the time are just there to bait the zap. Able to get 1 shot off there. He is very surprised about that. He was a little late with his mini P.E.K.K.A. So I decided to do a Gang. He has to log it because Gang actually does a good, half decent job at taking out the hut. I decided to Fireball. I've never really had the luxury of being able to spell cycle for a victory, but I got my Sparky there. I got Ice Spirit. I got Zap. I panicked a little bit there. I thought the mini P.E.K.K.A. was able to get to the tower, but he wasn't. So I'm just keeping the pressure up here, taking these things out. Just trying to hang on for the win kind of thing. And I cycle to my Sparky again. Able to take the win without even needing to fireball. So not too shabby. Don't mind that one either. And here is against a P.E.K.K.A deck. Nice to show you guys a little bit of different decks. So I hope I can push at least to 5,800 this season. I haven't got that high in a very, well, 5664 is my personal best, so I would love to beat that for starters, but I really want to get to 5,800. I feel like I have the potential to do so with this deck. I'm really liking it so far. It's a little late on the zap there. I could have, if I zapped a little bit earlier, I would have taken the P.E.K.K.A out, and I would have got probably 2 or 3 more swings. Probably would have taken the tower, to be honest. It's a bad play. So he's able to pretty much take out this tower here. And I panic a little bit. Still not bad though. Spear Goblins do a little bit of work. At this point, I probably could have spell cycled if I was safe, but I'm so used to not spell cycling in my games that it's a different concept than I'm used to. So I'm able to keep this push going by placing another giant, placing Spear Goblins, placing Gang, and there's not much he can do. So he gives me a well played, which is really nice. So good game to Swanny. I played this guy here. So this is a pretty normal hog deck, you'll see. I'll speed it up 2 times again. So bats, I got Spear Goblins, kind of range so they can't zap both. I guess if they have arrows, that would be probably a good deal. So this guy, I don't know if he's BMing me or he's actually sad. He's probably BMing me. I got my bats. Ooh, that is a delicious push. I really like that one there. So I'm able to do a lot of damage there. Yeah, I think I'm able to take it out here just with my giant. I fireball just for good cause. Good measure, I mean. Pretty happy with that one there. As you can see, it's like victory after victory after victory. I'm pretty happy with it. That's just how happy I am with this deck. Just because it's so similar to my playstyle and it has a lot of things that I should have thought of myself. That's why my Spear Goblins were maxed, because I thought it would be good bats or zap bait earlier, but I kind of failed. At finding a deck that worked. I used Spear Goblins just to distract and Ice Spirit, but he's able to take out my my giant pretty well there. Able to do a little bit of damage and take out some of that, so get a little bit of damage there. Giant, and once I use their spells, Giant and Gang are pretty good. I got to get used to doing that and paying attention to when their spells are out of cycle. I don't mind using bats after the fact to take out a princess. So he didn't have zap in rotation, so that's not bad. I like trying to bait zap because it makes Sparky pushes that much more deadly, especially when they have a kill card like Mini P.E.K.K.A who's just going to take out Sparky in like 2 swings. Able to get a couple Spear Goblin shots there. Oh, I'm only going 1 time, so I'll speed it up a little bit here. Trying to build a push. I don't know what he really found so funny, to be honest. Oh, he saved it. Kind of exactly what I wanted to do. It was a bad fireball. It's okay. I think I blow this one, or I almost blow this one. I somehow managed to win. Just barely, I'm guessing. Oh, we go into overtime. So I definitely blew that game. I could have, I should have won it without it going to overtime, but I had a lot of misplays. This was early on in trying the deck, but I kind of just overbear him here, and then I'm able to fireball for the win. And here's oh, the replay is no longer available. Well, as you can see, this is my other deck I'm using because my Princess, my Graveyard, my Sparky are my 3 maxed legendaries that I have. So I leveled up my arrows to 13 and my freeze to level 7 and my Inferno Tower. I'm broke on gold to level 10, so it's a pretty good deck. And I want to say on my mini account, I've tried this deck in a Grand Challenge, and I usually average, I'm not that great at Grand Challenges. I usually average, I'd say 4 or 5 wins, and I've only tried one Grand Challenge. I'm currently still in it, and I'm 7-1 with that deck on my mini account. So I'm pretty happy with how it's going. I'm honestly not doing that great right now. I'm only like 6,000th in the world. I haven't really played because I really wanted to show you guys these replays. So I'll probably start pushing a little bit today or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow mostly. But hope you guys like the video. Hope you guys like the new deck for anyone that watches Sparky replays and wants Sparky decks. This deck that CWA showed, I just wanted to make sure to let people know that it's working really good on ladder for me so far. If I can beat number 9 in the world, it's got to be a pretty good deck. So hope you guys like the video today. I haven't done one like this in a while. I've been doing mostly streaming. So it's kind of nice to just go back to showing replays of ones I wanted to show you guys. So hope you guys like the video. Please join one of the Epics family on Twitter. Join one of the Epics clans. There's lots of different clans. I think my mini account is in Revolt. We have so many clans, I'm not even sure which one my mini account's in, to be honest. But hope you guys liked this video. And remember to clash on and comment on the video. And tell me what you like and give it a thumbs up. Alright, thanks guys. See ya. Bye.